I love that you call it a leap of faith, because it really is, whatever way you look at it, it's, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, welcome to this episode of Unicorns Out of a Straitjacket. This is based on the TEDx Talk, How Unicorns Wind Up in a Straitjacket, which is to say super talented, multifaceted, beautiful individuals just in a career that's wrong for them. So they feel restricted and constrained as you would do in a straitjacket. So within this career change series, I'm talking to a lot of wonderful unicorns who are out of a straitjacket and are sharing their stories with you. Today, I've got with me Hansa Raja-Jones, who is the founder of Holding Space. And this is a beautiful, beautiful career change story. And I've got to see a little bit of the journey. So I'm really excited to share with you. She's an amazing person and I cannot wait to share her story with you. Hi, Hansa, welcome.
Hi, Linda. It's great to be here.
Yeah, thank you for your time and agreeing to be part of this.
No, it's awesome. It's great to share the story. And thank you for that lovely welcome.
Oh, you deserve it and so much more. Tell them a bit about yourself. Go and don't tease us.
So I'm founder of Holding Space, which is a charity based in the UK in sunny Eastbourne, as you know, Linda, where you're from. And we support families, parents and children, particularly parents whose children are struggling with their mental health. That parent support that just isn't out there at all, and kind of offer that safe space for people to talk about mental health and to talk about their kids and to let people know that it's not their parenting style, they haven't got anything wrong, that actually this is an illness and we've got to, accept it's an illness. And we walk that journey with families. That's the most important thing we do, is we walk that journey and we support them.
I love that. And I love the fact that you're taking away the guilt, because guilt is one of the biggest burdens that we have to deal with, right? When things aren't going right.
Definitely. And I think as parents as well, we're the worst. We're our own worst critics, and we beat ourselves up, and we've got to stop doing that, because we do a pretty good job, I think, as a parent. There's no right or wrong way, but we do the best we can. So we've got to start, being our own champions.
Absolutely. It's a whole human being and you're
Yeah.
Doing great. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your career journey. I know you've had a portfolio of careers. Where did it all start for you?
Oh, well, my background, I was a nurse. So I started training at the age of 17 and nursed all my life, really, for about 20 years. And I specialised in cancer care and worked in breast cancer care in particular. So I've done a variety of roles, clinical role to research and working in clinical trials, to managing Macmillan nurses and working at that strategic level as well. And then I took a career break. I've got 3 beautiful children. So took a career break and became a mum for a few years. And then I worked in a school, just kind of fitted in with, having young children and term time. And then my latest job was the operations manager for a local charity, our food bank. So I managed the day-to-day operations of the food bank and the volunteers, which was an amazing, amazing charity, and I learned so much from that and opened my eyes up to a world that I just didn't know existed. It makes you very humble working in a kind of organization like that. And then I took the leap of faith 2 years ago and Holding Space was born. And I literally did take that leap of faith. Yeah.
Why was this leap of faith important for you? I love that you call it a leap of faith, because it really is, whatever way you look at it, it's, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. It was. Well, do you know what? I actually took the leap of faith. I'm also a Reiki practitioner and a holistic practitioner, as you know. And I was going to build my business up. So I kind of thought, right, I'm going to go for it, build this business up. At the same time, I launched Holding Space, and the universe took me in that direction. And it was scary, really scary. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm giving up a well-paid job, regular hours, regular wage, to not knowing, literally not knowing. And I'm a single parent. So that was, kind of, but yeah, it felt right. It just felt right to do it. And I had to listen to my gut, and I had to trust that process.
Wow. Did you, you talk about listening to your gut. Share a bit about that. Is that coming from your Reiki practice and you've honed those skills? Or how did you start listening to your gut?
Yeah, definitely from my Reiki practice. So when I had Reiki, when I was going through a really difficult time in my life, and it completely changed the way I thought and the way I looked at life. And it just gave me a toolkit, really, being a Reiki practitioner. And that's kind of using that toolkit and trusting in that process and listening. I think if we all hone in on ourselves and really listen to what's happening internally, it's so powerful. It was like, wow, I wish I'd known this years ago, and that I think that's when my journey also started, was having that Reiki and everything. It just changed me. And I've grown from it, and I continue to grow and learn.
That's exciting. That is exciting. So going back to the TEDx talk, we spoke about 3 steps in finding the right career for you. And you actually said, I wish I'd known this when I was. It's one of the things that people say all the time. I wish I'd known all of this career steps when I was younger. So we're going to share about those 3 steps and what your journey was like within the context of that framework. So starting with step 1, which is identifying the clues for you. So the clues from your childhood, what your zone of genius is, what your natural gifts are, and what you're always complimented on. What would you say it is for you?
I think I've always been in that caring role, from my nursing days. I started nursing when I was 17, which is really young, but I've always been drawn to that caring role and just, I'm a good listener. People say I'm a good listener and just being there for other people. So I think, every role I've worked in has had that caring about it. Even with the food bank, it's about looking after other people. And that's where my strengths lie, really.
Wow. That is incredible that you've made that connection, which is completely the next step. I don't know what you're going to say for step 2, but step 2, connecting the dots from all of your activities and your hobbies, and what is it, the connecting thread that holds all of what you've done together?
I think it is that caring, isn't it? Is that wanting to make a difference to other people, and certainly my journey with holding space was, that's a very personal journey, but I just wanted to make a difference. And I wanted people just to know that they're not alone, really, and then that's kind of, I think, throughout my career and analysing it and talk about it, that's what flows through all my career.
Wow. Do you know what? I'm so grateful that you're doing this, because I think nurses need to know this. Everyone in the caring profession needs to see this, that just because you're trained in one professional aspect doesn't mean you can't apply those same skills in whatever else you do. And I think it's super important.
Definitely. I think, transferable skills, we've all got them, haven't we? And doing things like this and the work that you're doing is allowing people to really look at what skills they've got, and you can transfer them. We've all got so much strength in us.
Yes. Speaking of transferring, the step 3 is, after you've found the clues in step 1, connected the dots in step 2, step 3 is applying that into your current career. So how are you applying your genius and the connections into your career? I think we've already answered that, but I'll let you summarize that for us.
I think it's, for me, it's making a difference to families. It's, knowing that they're not alone, being able to, for me, holding space is we haven't got the answers. We can't change the journey, but we will walk with you on this journey. And I feel that's what we do. We're just walking with people on this journey, and we all need someone to walk with us. And that's what we do in holding space. And I learned so much when I worked at the food bank. I had a fantastic mentor. My boss was amazing, and he taught me so much about humility, about how to treat people, about, just accepting everyone for who they are. And I think I've taken all of that, plus my nursing skills and what I learned through that career. And hopefully that's what we're applying in the charity. And I work from my heart. I'm a very heart-centered person. And every volunteer that I take on and works in Holding Space, I want them to come from their heart, because that I think is so, so important. And that genuine wanting to make a difference.
I love it. In an earlier interview, I was saying about one quote from Denzel Washington that always stays with me. And he said, "Don't seek to make a living, seek to make a difference." And you're pretty much an embodiment of that. So, wow. Thank you.
It's a beautiful quote.
It really
remember that.
stays with me all the time, just knowing that whatever happens, you've helped one person, and you've done it to the best of your ability, more importantly too.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I did. I set out just to help one person, but 2 years later, we've helped hundreds of people. But I just wanted to make a difference to one.
Guys, we're talking a lot about Holding Space, and you should definitely check them out. Their contact details is coming up shortly. Hansa is an amazing person and super easy to talk to, and it's definitely worth getting in touch if you want to work with them or support them, or who knows, open up your own branch of Holding Space. But the possibilities are endless. It's definitely a great initiative to be a part of.
Thank you. Thank you for those kind words.
Pleasure. So what is your one piece of advice you would say to someone perhaps considering their own journey or a similar journey to you maybe?
Go for it. Take that leap of faith and follow your heart and do what excites you, that passion. Just go for it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Hansa, for this wonderful, insightful interview. I appreciate your time so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't be a unicorn in a straitjacket.